So what should we tell the camera what we're doing here? You video me. Where am I?
Here you are.
Hello.
Oh.
No, sideways like that. Don't tilt it.
There you are.
So we're cleaning a dead out. Look at the water. What did these bees die from? Let me guess. Moisture.
Yeah. Moisture. There was 3 feet of snow in this area.
Yeah. And they're only elevated off the ground that much. But I think most people will say that this stuff can all be reused. It's still got honey in it, pollen. The bees are interested in it still, so it must still be good. Look, you can see the water.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened here?
They drowned. That's what
Come
happened.
close and see. What do you see there? Pollen. It's all wet and like nasty. But I still think I got a great use for these old dark frames.
Mm-hmm.
We can give them to what do you call it? We'll give them to somebody when they buy a split. Here, take my old stuff. I'm hot, man.
Be careful. You got company this morning.
Sun's coming out, I think. I think it blew over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. It's still good. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Can give it back.
2 out of 9 isn't bad, I guess. There's that little bit of activity over on this side.
Show them going in that top entrance. Because the bottom entrance is plugged with dead bees.
Okay.
And I think that's the only reason why they survived.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're starting to clean themselves up a little bit.
Well, we're going to have a look when we get there and see.
This is a plastic frame with relatively new comb on it on one side, pollen on the other.
I think you got a lot of bees coming around.
They're just robbing it all out.
I know, but
They love this stuff.
maybe
man.
you should be wearing something
Wearing something
on your head. Look.
Look at hello.
Yeah.
He likes me.
Yeah.
She likes me.
Made a friend.
She likes me. She likes me not. She likes me. She likes me not. See here, look what happened. This foundation has come away from the frame. A little bit. It's okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You got a lot of water there.
Because of the water. I guess it's like the weight, right?
Yeah.
Look at this shit. I'll tell them, how many hives did we have before? How many hives did we go into winter with?
About 10, 12?
About 10. What's left?
2.
2. What are my losses? What's that percentage?
80%.
Oh, 80%. Oh, that's not so bad. 80%. That's not so bad. It's terrible.
80%.
I think half of it's my own fault. Who are you videoing? The floor or me?
Yeah.
You got to be like make like a show, man. You got to be like the camera guy. What happened to your entertainment? You used to have all these things you used to say, and we could have had a nice YouTube audience here.
Yeah. Twiddledee and Tweedledummy.
That's right.
I should have sold bananas, never mind bees.
Yeah. This is like the worst. This box isn't really square. This is the worst part of beekeeping right here. It's just cleaning up all the crap.
Yeah.
Let's let people see this. The guys that want to get involved with bees. Look at this.
That's a nice frame.
Cleaning dead outs that still have some value.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great to give back to a nice, nice healthy colony. Look, perfect.
A little honey in that
Still
one.
good, no mold. Look at these frames; they're relatively clean with new comb.
Mm-hmm.
So, look.
I see it.
You try to figure out what happened in the previous year. We know they didn't starve because they had hundreds of pounds of honey in these boxes. But there's lots of water. Look at the water, man.
Mm-hmm. And how is that going to affect the honey?
The bees just clean everything up. They clean everything. They'll clean all this crap. You just do like a little trimming like this,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll clean everything. Look, these bees are just robbing the shit out of this. They love this stuff, man. Another foundation popped up with good honey on there.
Mm-hmm.
Try to put it back in.
Win some, lose some.
You know what I think we should do?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should bring this stuff to the truck before the bees start getting all over this. When the sun comes out, the bees are going to get a little more active here.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be all over this shit.
We're gonna have some problems here.
Look at this. Look at this. This is a dead out. Hello.
Yeah, I see it.
Video. Look here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're gonna take those bees home with us. I can see it.
Yeah, you are. Some of them.
Yeah.
Let's ask people, what do I do with this honey? Is it good for human consumption?
We're gonna feed
Probably.
it back. Feed it back to the bees.
But I'd rather give it back to the bees. Yep.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, give me that camera. We'll do some more. All right, I gotta show you my dad. 76 years old. He's cleaning up. He's cleaning up with me. We just moved. So many supers full of honey. So many supers with dead bees. Everything's cleaned up. It's unbelievable.
Actually, the worst is yet.
How many? Show the camera how many more supers are in the back there. Lift up the door. What else do we got here? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. At least 13 or 14 boxes. Oh, I'm cooked. Let's see what my face looks like. Am I still red?
No, you're better here.
I had heat stroke a few minutes ago.
Put that up here.
I kind of dropped the ball with this whole video thing. I thought it would be a good idea to film a lot of this stuff that I've been doing with the bees, but it's hard, you know, without a filmer and doing it on your own. So I guess I just want to make this video just to say sort of like an update, tell you guys what I've done. I got this beehive in my backyard right behind me here, and I made my first split of the year. I think it went pretty well. I was worried that I didn't want to take too many resources from like the parent colony, and I was looking pretty quickly trying to find the queen and make sure that I didn't put her in the split. So what I took for this queenless split was obviously honey, a full frame of honey. In this case it turned out to be a full frame, both sides, nectar, uncapped. It looked like beautiful stuff, just about to be capped over. It was a nice heavy frame. I put that in. I put a frame of partially hatched brood, decent pattern, eggs that have been backfilled, 2 frames of eggs and brood, 1 frame of honey and pollen, and I think it was 5 frames in total. So basically it had brood and eggs, honey, and lots of pollen. 1 frame was actually packed with pollen, and it was beautiful, all these different nice colors and shit. So I looked after that, and I shook in an extra frame of bees from another frame of brood, freshly laid eggs, I think, and brood. So that went in, and then this morning I drove that up to my main yard in Caledon, and I just set it there and forget it. So we'll see what happens with that. It's a nice strong box of bees. It's pretty heavy to walk that 5 frame over. So I put it in the wheelbarrow, I took it down to my spot, and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully they can make a queen. I'm going to check it in 21 days or whatever and see what's going on. Maybe it won't work out. In the past, I've had pretty good success with that. It's real easy. So we'll see what happens with that. And I didn't video any of it, which is terrible. That's not good. This is not going to work out like this. I realized that making these videos, it's good for my own records too, because I can go back and say, oh yeah, I did this in May 5th or whatever last year. It's good to sort of keep track of stuff as well. Like I write things down, but I like this video stuff for my own uses. But yeah, so I made a split first of the year. I left the hive still behind, 2 double deeps. They're busy, they're booming, they're bringing in stuff right on the beginning of the dandelions here. Everything's just getting going. So I'm gonna make another split, hopefully, and video that in the next week or so. I'm just gonna try to keep making splits out of this parent colony without trying to, like, you know, cripple it too hard. But it's strong. It was a double deep, nice and full, top and bottom. Lots of resources in there. They got everything they need. So I felt, I think, comfortable enough to take away that shit from there. And then I went up to Caledon and I checked my 2 hives that I had that overwintered. I lost everything. I lost 80% of my hives this year, and the weakest one going into fall overwintered, and it's a double as well. And it seemed it wasn't as strong as this one I have here in my backyard, because it's a little bit harsher of a winter up there. But I thought it was queenless. I didn't see any eggs, didn't see any brood, nothing. All they were doing was packing tons of honey, nectar, and pollen in these cells, and there was nothing in there. That was last week when I went to check. So I was kind of stumped. I was like, what the hell are these guys bringing in all this stuff? But there's nothing like to make this cycle go around. So I went back today with my father, and sure enough, we opened it up, and I'm looking at these same frames again, and I look closely, and I see the eggs covered with eggs everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is great. So upon further investigation, we go a little bit more, right up in the top box too, and we saw a nice golden, small little golden queen. So that was really good. And there's another hive there, a second hive. It has 2 frames of cap brood in it, and like full of honey from last year and nothing else. So it's a single. I reduced it down, and it's got like a third of the bees in it and brood capped. But this one, the other hive, has no cap brood but tons of eggs. So should be good. Both of them should be okay. One's a little ahead of the other, I guess. But we'll see how it like evens out as we go into the season here. So the plan for this year is splits, and more splits. No honey production, nothing. I just want to make bees. So I'm going to try my best. I'm going to learn a little bit. I didn't see any, there's really not too many drones yet. It's a little early. Didn't see any swarm cells, no peanuts. So I'm just doing it with eggs, and hopefully they can make their own. Talking isn't really going to get it done. There needs to be some video follow-up. I'd like to make some short and concise videos on how to make splits without gumming it up with too much stuff. I see all these videos on YouTube. It's kind of hard to follow and stuff. You need to have somebody that just tells you exactly what you need to make a split, and you have to understand that you need to give them what they need so that they can like stay in the box for almost a month doing nothing and still be able to continue their cycle. So that's why I put eggs, larva, and cap brood. So that's like 3 different stages of development, plus the food that they need to keep that cycle going, pollen and honey. And it's pretty much as simple as that. I just shook in like extra bees, and I made sure it's a 5-frame nuke, and it's full of bees. It's pretty, like, it's good. It's not like you just take 2 frames and then you put them in a box and hope for the best. Like, you think you're already at a disadvantage like that. I'm not feeding these things. I want them to, you know, be able to get going, continue that cycle, like I said, on their own. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, there'll be a follow-up video soon. I promise I'm gonna get some content up here. I'm gonna get my father to help me. We're a little busy, but you know, hey, see what happens. All right, thanks.